as I show you the different parts to this pickup. I will show them to you in detail a second time. At the base is where the plate is, okay? There are two nuts, a wooden mounting plate, and then a metal plate underneath that that'll go under the springs that I'll demonstrate shortly. You've got the metal rod that comes up. This bend in the rod is to go around your bridge. It'll make perfect sense. And then you've got your sliding pickup. On this guitar, the pickup does not move easily, but trust me, it's not something you'll be moving around. It's probably in the right position right now, which is just up towards the neck, but not all the way. So get a little bit of high end. And then over here, you've got the volume control. Okay, let me move it up into the camera a little bit. This is the volume control. I'll show you how this gets connected in a minute, okay? But these are your basic parts. Your volume control, which is connected to the pickup, which is connected on this metal rod, okay, to the bottom part. And all the weight of this device rests on the pickup and the volume pot, which both have cork underneath. That'll be resting on the guitar. This metal rod here and this bottom part are suspended up. This is up on attached to the strings. This rod just floats along, okay? But any weight is on the pickup and this, which, like I said, have brand new cork underneath, which I installed, which goes right there. You see the little cork pad. And underneath here also, you have two cork pads, okay? So that's where all the weight rests, okay? Now I'm going to demonstrate how this goes on a guitar, even though I don't have the right kind of a guitar. I showed you this is the volume and it's got the pad underneath. Make sure you don't yank on this because it goes into the pickup here and there's a spring to relieve some of the tension, but this is a place where the pickup can falter, as is right here where the wire goes in and out of the control and where it comes out of here into the amplifier. Okay, so you never want to yank on any of this. Let me see if I can get this to demonstrate correctly. I'm going to loosen these up. These are threaded nuts. Okay, it's a miracle that I found any that would fit. Just the luck of the draw. These are not the original size that this pickup was made in. This is a size up, but that's okay. Okay, this is the metal plate. This goes under the strings. Okay, and then this wooden plate, which is written on the bottom, it says bottom. Okay, this is the top part, beautifully stained. That goes on top like that, okay? And that will go on top of the strings. And the whole time this will be laying up under the strings. I'll re-demonstrate this in a second. And then these threaded nuts, without forcing at all, will drop into the threaded things. You never want to force them though, because this is a very thin piece of metal, and if you strip the threads, you're doo-doo. Okay, but you'll see that they do go in quite easily. I'm having a hard time because I'm reaching over to stay out of the camera. All right, but they do actually go quite easily. All right, that one's in there. So I'm going to demonstrate all this with a guitar, which is not really the right guitar for this, but it'll work to demonstrate. Okay, Peter, I've cheated a little bit. The pickup is over here. I slid it through between these two pickups on my guitar. I slid it up through here, but it meant that this rod was mashing against my guitar strings. I don't want to keep doing it, but basically it just kind of went in. This part went in first and hooked around, and then the pickup came right up behind it, and this rod just slid up. Your guitar has a lot of room up in here compared to mine, and you will end up with it lying like so, and then you'll be able to pull it into position. On my guitar, it doesn't really fit. I've got these two pickups in the way, but if I jiggle this rod back and forth, which is very tight, just a little bit, if I can get it, I have to get this crook to fit around the bridge. And it is tight. Let me see if I can do it a little bit. Okay. Once I get that, okay, that's about as good as I can get it right now. You see, the pickup is lying on the guitar, and this is lying up under the strings, and then the plate would lie over it, and then these two nuts would come down and clamp the wood from the top, the metal from underneath together. All right? It's hard for me to demonstrate this and stay out of the camera, so forgive me for 1 second. I'm going to pull this out And I'm going to lay this on top of the strings so I can very quickly screw this together so I can demonstrate how to put the volume control onto this little baby. This pickup does not fit this width of string here, or it just isn't made for this style of guitar. I'm sorry. I had an arch top here and I just took it downtown and left it in a shop on consignment. There we go. Now these guys are threaded in and they would be clamped on either side of the string in the real world, in the Peter world of Japan. All these extravagant guitars. And then this volume knob would come up here and this extra wire would loop up underneath the strings. That's usually where it goes. Okay, just let it follow its own way and it'll stay away from the strings, or you can leave it out here, you can push it under here. You'll work it out however it makes sense. Okay, but for now, let's just leave it loose. And this little forking thing goes right up underneath the nut. You tighten it down. You can slide it around a little bit here and there until it's out of the way, basically. Tighten it. And now, move that volume knob up all the way and plug the other end, which is wrapped up right now, into your amplifier, and it will sound warm and beautiful, and you'll have a gorgeous, gorgeous pickup for the rest of your life. Just don't yank on these wires at all. Okay, that's where these Yarmans get messed up. They get pulled here, they get pulled here, or they get pulled up here. There's a little spring, an old-fashioned spring holding it there, but I would treat it carefully. And you really shouldn't have to move this around very much. You'll find, like I said, that little sweet spot up near the neck, just a little bit down from it. Every time I've ever seen anybody use one of these, that's where the pickup sat, so it must be the best place. And you will be cool. Isn't this a pretty guitar, with or without the Yarman? Notice the little atomic logo? Brian Jones had one. But Elvis Costello loves these pickups, I've been told, by reliable sources. Good luck.